Today we're going to dig into a common system on many cars today. We know it as air suspension. Air suspensions have been around in many forms for a very long time. In fact, European manufacturers were playing around with them after World War II. In 1957, Cadillac made an air suspension available on the Eldorado Brougham as standard equipment. Even before that, the Airlift company had created a bag that could be inserted into the factory spring to lift the ride height of the vehicle and limit the spring travel. These systems lasted for several years and then faded away from most vehicles. The European manufacturers continued development, but the US manufacturers did not use any except an occasional air shock as an option. Then in 1984, it was game on when the 1984 Lincoln Mark VII introduced a four-corner bag system that was controlled through the computer on the vehicle. This was the start of the electronic controlled air suspensions we have today. In today's active suspension technologies, the system is an integral part of the vehicle's electronics and is controlled by the ECM. This allows many variations of ride height and handling characteristics to be experienced. Let's take a look at common components and failures you may encounter with your customers. First would be a bag or strut failure. This will require a replacement of the entire component. These failures occur due to fatigue, abuse, or potentially an impact. When replacing these components, it is usually done in pairs. Line or supply failures are also a possibility. These supply systems are configured many different ways. These lines usually fail due to abrasion, age, kinking, or again, impact. Sometimes the fittings can fail. Over the years, there have been many designs of fittings. Usually, there's an O-ring or some type of seal in the system between the lines and the components. These fail over time due to age, weather, and sealing surface degradation. Many of these require a specific lubricant or tool to reinstall. Be sure your customer has the right items to complete the repair. The compressor is the heart of the system. It supplies the needed air to maintain the system. Usually, these are an electronic-driven pump. Corrosion and severe service are usually the cause of failure. Be sure that if the system has a dryer in it, you sell your customer a new dryer to go with the new compressor. Wiring, ride height sensors, and ECMs round out the other main components. These are all electronic components and are affected by abrasion and corrosion. Again, like most other electronic components, there are specific manufacturer replacement procedures that must be followed. Later model vehicles can require reprogramming when some of these systems are repaired. I hope that levels out this subject, and I look forward to seeing you on the next edition.